Good Wednesday morning, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ashley Ruiz. It is 10:01, and we are going to kind of get into detail about the severe weather threat that we are looking at today. As of right now, we don't have any active severe thunderstorm warnings, no active tornado warnings, although we're still under that slight risk for severe weather, slight being a level 2 out of 5 on the scale. The threat would be for some isolated strong to severe thunderstorms. Not expecting widespread severe weather, not a severe weather outbreak or anything of that nature. But the ingredients are there. We have the upper level winds. We have a good bit of instability. So that is your energy that the atmosphere will just has in place for some of these storms to thrive and to develop. The timing as of right now still looks to be around lunchtime through this evening, and it's not going to be this 12-hour window event where we would have to be monitoring storms that entire time, but we'll see multiple waves of showers and thunderstorms. The main threat will be damaging wind gust. Tornado or two also will be a threat. That is more of a secondary threat, but either way, this is going to be, if anything, a damaging wind threat more so than tornadic. But damaging winds can be pretty significant. As you well know, straight line winds cause a lot of damage, sometimes more than the amount of damage that a weak tornado would cause. Also, heavy rain will be a threat, and that's more so overnight. What we have going on the radar right now in far southeastern Louisiana, it's blasting through, it blasted through Lafourche Parish, I should say, now moving toward the South Shore as we speak. So we'll zoom in a little more just to the north of Thibodaux. This is a cluster of thunderstorms moving through Vacherie, Luling, eventually going to make its way toward Kenner, Metairie, New Orleans, and it's moving to the northeast around 55 miles per hour. So we can put a track on that. Just one second, trying to put a track on it as we speak. So if you have plans to travel to the North Shore, just keep in mind you may run into this within the next few hours. I would say within the next hour or so. Okay, within, I would say, 10 minutes or so, it will be knocking on Kenner's doorstep, and also New Orleans, Laplace, and then moving more toward the North Shore within about the hour and a half, 2 hour timeline, just to give or take. And if you're heading towards Slidell, this particular batch looks to clip our viewing area. So it's expected to stay to the east of the Baton Rouge Metro, may clip Hammond a little bit, and move toward the North Shore. And this could produce gusty winds in excess of 30 miles per hour, frequent lightning, and we'll just be watching for any rotation. I haven't seen any of that within this one particular cluster. This is one wave I was talking about. We'll see several waves of thunderstorms that will have to be watched. This is all ahead of a cold front that is still to the west and northwest of our area. Notice there are several colors on your screen. The purple and pink color, those are winter alerts, and this is bringing some winter precipitation to northern Texas, and this same system is going to impact areas all through the northeast. So if you have a flight out to the northeast or even to the Midwest, you may see some delays because of this system. Also some green on your screen, that is a flash flood watch, but that does not include our area. That's more for the Mississippi Gulf Coast, almost the entire state of Alabama, Georgia, and then almost the entire Florida Panhandle just to about Panama City. That is not including our area. They are expecting more accumulated rainfall than we are. They will also have a higher threat for some flash flooding. You can see some of those clusters already heading toward the Mississippi Gulf Coast, Mobile Bay, and then southwest Alabama, northwest Florida as we speak. And there are several marine alerts in effect as well. Special marine warnings, most likely because of the gusty winds. So here's the cold front. You see on the back side of it, still seeing some wintry precip for Lubbock, a little closer to Dallas. We're not expecting anything of that nature. No. Thankfully, not expecting anything like that. But again, we are going to see the threat for strong to severe storms, more so this afternoon and evening. We're under that slight risk, and that slight risk includes southwest Louisiana all the way to the Florida Panhandle, and then even far southwestern Georgia all the way into Tennessee. That's a level 2 out of 5 on the scale, meaning strong to severe storms are possible. Again, if you are just joining us, it is now 10:07. If you find this a little later, just know that the information may be updated, but you can always find the latest on brproud.com or on the free BR Proud app. As I mentioned, the main threats will be damaging winds, although tornadoes will be the secondary threat. Also, flooding, more so in low-lying areas, areas that are prone to flooding. If you're going to be out and about late tonight or even into early tomorrow morning, just know that there may be ponding on roads, and you may encounter some ponding again on especially the low-lying roads and bridges and such like that. Rainfall totals 1 to 3 inches for our area. Again, the highest amounts will stay to our east, northwest Florida between 3 and 5 inches, maybe even higher, whereas we're more on the 1 to 3 inch range. But once some of these heavy showers start to move over our area late tonight, I mean, you can double that amount in isolated spots, but widespread rainfall totals will be between 1 and 3 inches. So to run through the Futurecast, this will take us step by step. The Futurecast has been going back and forth on the timing of the cold front, and just to kind of put it, kind of explain it a little more, the later the front moves in, the more energy the atmosphere is going to have for to use up some of the energy that is available for some of these storms to develop. The earlier the front, it would have less energy for these storms to thrive in and to grow or even produce damaging winds. So in a perfect world, we would want a much earlier front so it wouldn't have as much energy. But as of right now, it does appear that it may hold off till the evening. The several models have it moving in late tonight, not till 10, 11, or even midnight, but some models have been speeding it up. So we'll take you through it. This is around 4 o'clock. It's starting to move closer to the Atchafalaya Basin. Temperatures are in the mid-70s, may see some upper 70s, some thunderstorms out there, slowly drifting to the east. This is around 5:30. Again, you're seeing some showers and thunderstorms wanting to develop. And then this is around 8:30. It's moving a little closer to the capital city. And notice out ahead of that, that's where we're seeing some reds and oranges. That's indicating perhaps some heavier rainfall or potentially a severe thunderstorm. Then it will continue to track more eastward into the overnight hours. This is around midnight. And notice behind the front, you're seeing temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Yes, because the cold front's passing through, but rain coverage is increasing. In fact, some of the heaviest rain may hold off until the overnight hours and early Thursday morning once this cold front has passed. So that is why, even though the cold front passes, we're not going to be done with the rain. So I would expect perhaps if it is still going on this current trend, at least what Futurecast is showing, then we may have a wet commute. This is around 5:30, still showing some wet weather, and then eventually as we head into mid-morning hours, late morning hours, the rain chances will taper and then eventually come to an end by the afternoon. But notice the cold front, very, very slow moving. That's why the threat for some heavy rain along with some isolated flash flooding, that is a threat because of the slow moving nature of this system and because we'll have a good amount of moisture in place as well. And then even around lunchtime tomorrow, temperatures are in the 40s and 50s. Cloud cover will likely linger throughout the day, and it's going to be cool. Temperatures during the afternoon will only be in the low and mid 50s. So you'll need the winter gear once again tomorrow, but you really won't need it for very long as we'll begin to warm back on up into the weekend. And then Friday morning we'll be waking up to the 30s. All right, kind of to bring it all together, as I mentioned, we'll have around maybe 2 rounds of storms that will have severe potential. That one batch that I was showing you that may clip our area, move more toward the north shore, crossing over the lake probably within the next 45 minutes, and then eventually the north shore within the next hour and a half, 2 hours or so. That has potential for it has some nice wind energy right now and some heavy rainfall. But overall, they're packing a punch, producing gusty winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain. So if you're doing any driving toward the North Shore, New Orleans, within the next hour, you may run into this and expect some delays there. But later on this afternoon, evening, that's when the second round will arrive. And that, I do think, will have a better chance for some severe potential for our area. So you need to stay weather aware pretty much all day today, but once this front moves through, you won't have to worry about severe weather. However, with the heavy rain, that may limit your commute time, or you may run into some blinding rain if you're driving early, or that may delay, again, your commute, the bus, all of that. So you may want to drop the kids off at school tomorrow. Just either way, expect some wet weather at least until the mid-morning hours tomorrow, but the bulk of the rain won't move in until late tonight. Again, just to kind of wrap things up, again, main threat will be damaging winds. Tornadoes a secondary threat, along with some flooding in the low-lying areas. Hail, not really concerned about that right now, at least not for our area. Maybe a little more to our north, but this is what the radar currently looks like. We're watching this cluster of thunderstorms, but this is more of a New Orleans threat and then North Shore threat as of right now, more so than the capital city. So that should stay well to our east. Hammond, again, you may get some of that wind energy, maybe a few storms here and there, but again, the severe weather threat will likely fire up if we get the threat for the severe weather. That would more so be afternoon and evening hours. Have multiple ways to receive warnings. If you haven't already downloaded the free Be Our Proud app, go ahead and do that. Have another way to receive warnings should any be issued. Don't be caught off guard. So you want to have your severe weather safety plan ready to go if, again, any warnings are issued. Not saying that they will be issued, but just so you're prepared and not caught off guard. And plus, our app's pretty cool. You can have local news, weather, sports in it, and then we'll send push notifications if any warnings are issued for your area. Not just that, you can always track the storms as well. It's pretty cool. So if you want to know what is moving over your neighborhood, you can just get on the app and it will show you where your location is. It's a good tool to have. And not just that, maybe a weather radio if any warnings are issued. If there's a tornado warning or a severe thunderstorm warning, you want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. So we will wrap this up, and you can always find the latest on beourproud.com. At the top of the website, we should have a link to our latest story. It kind of breaks this all down, and then if we have any updates, we'll be sure to let you know on social media, online, all of that. And if we have to, if any warnings are issued, we'd break into programming. But you can always follow the Storm Tracker team online. We have social media accounts, and we'll have the latest there. But stay safe, stay weather aware, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.